Welcome to eFilm Lounge, where we explore all things film, reviews and analysis. So today we're going to be discussing the Indian blockbuster Brahmastra. It's a take on a Western superhero genre film. It's mashed up with Hindu mythology, a fantasy action film intermixed with classic Indian love story and interspersed with dynamic Bollywood scenes. Brahmastra is supported with heavy CGI to infuse the stories with magical special effects. The film stars ranbirkapoor and aliabhatt. The film has an extraordinary set design and costuming and exceptional lighting. This is especially the case with the love story set on water scenes by the river prior to the Diwali festival. This superhero movie appears pitched towards millennial audience. However, it does seem to resonate with audiences of all ages, both male and female. The fast-paced editing is challenging to follow, and the film itself could have benefited from longer sequences showcasing the natural beauty of India and their wonderful culture and people from a general standpoint. Rather, the music does drive each scene, making Brahmastra an intense, action-packed film that lasts for over 2.5 hours. The Bollywood song and dance sequence at the Diwali festival is magical and exceptionally well choreographed. The film could also have benefited from creating more space and giving the characters and the audience time just to sit and reflect on all the jam-packed events and action that is crammed into this 2.5 hour spectacle. So the themes of this Brahmastra film is love wins overall, follow your heart and it will lead you home. And there's also the recurring theme of light versus darkness. The main character is Shiva, and he references Mr. India, also a former orphan in another film, and this is referenced at the beginning of the film. There's also a cameo appearance from Anna Khan character as well. So the plot, it's set in the Astroverse where the forces of darkness seek to discover hidden spiritual artifacts that contain mystical powers that if brought together as a trinity will ultimately bring death and destruction to the universe. So the plot reveals the attraction of opposites of a rich foreign Indian girl who meets a poor Indian boy who resides in an orphanage. Ranbirkapoor plays the main protagonist as Shiva, a sleeper yogi who floats through his life as a DJ, and he protects orphans' children. His Brahmastra powers are awakened when he meets his twin flame Ishka at the Diwali festival, and this event sets them both on a journey of inner transformation and self-discovery to learn their soul purpose. This new life journey leads Shiva to fine-tune his spiritual gifts that he inherited from his unknown bloodline parents. The storyline revolves around Shiva understanding his life purpose and his ability to awaken and use his Agnihotra fire powers for the good of humanity and the universe. When Shiva and Ishka come together, this activates Shiva's inner visions, giving him deep insights and understanding into the working of both light and dark forces in the universe. There are veiled references in this film to the Trinity, the Guru, the artist and the science, and 3 aspects of the higher self. The supporting cast is played by a modern guru and his sages, and they all utilise their magical powers that are passed down through generations for the good of humanity and all sentient beings. The invisible links between the yogis and the sages and the spiritual world and their energy gifts is depicted with heavy use of CGI throughout the film. During Shiva's journey into the dark night of his soul, or his dukkha, it reveals the mystical journey to reconnect with his divine self. And on this personal journey he faces many challenges in the form of dark forces that threaten the survival of humanity. It is fitting that during Shiva's journey that he purifies his personality, his ego and belief systems when he undertakes intense spiritual practices at the ashram. During this training, Shiva exhibits the ability to manipulate the element of fire, and when he finds inner peace and harmony, he activates his 12 inner serpents and Kundalini energy, and with this immense inner power he's able to overcome the darkness of the universe and ultimately save the world. The spiritual skills the sages and the spiritual yogis exhibit are metaphorical devices to show humanity how to connect with nature and master the elements of the world, that being fire, wind, water, air, to develop their true potential in life and live their destined soul purpose on earth. So when we're looking at the love story between Shiva and Ishka, when they meet, Shiva is hypnotised by love, and in true Bollywood style he breaks into a Bollywood dance and song scene. This high energy portal of a DJ coming together where he's bathed in violet and blue lights, and then it moves scene and sequence into orange and purple with heavy drums dancing and hypnotic beats, depicts the higher chakras down into the lower chakras. Overall, it was evident that the plot line lacked depth. However, we should remember this is only part one of a series of Hindu mythology superhero films. When Shiva stands in front of the burning effigy at a pre-Diwali festival, this is one of the visual highlights of the film, because the second large statue is set alight and explodes into fireworks to light up the sky. This again seems to be another metaphorical device to symbolise when spiritual fire arises like a serpent up the spine during the spiritual transformation process, and also heavily references Hindu mythology as well. The film relies heavily on symbology with visual references to scenes in popular culture, with films like Divergent and Western superhero series sequences as well. There are beautiful scenes where we have the cast running across Indian rooftops to join their friends at a party. Also, we have lovely scenes where Ishka, who is Lord Shiva's wife in Indian mythology, she states to Shiva that she is incomplete without him being his divine partner. During the journey of the film, the couple travel across water, bathed in orange and red, and they go to meet another character, an artist. And as they float through the streets of Yashno, yellow flowers fall down all around them, and the golden sunlight bathes this couple. The set design and the costuming for this film is very well depicted. The sequences likewise on the water at night in the Diwali festival, with candles and fairy lights lining the waterside, are exquisitely well constructed as the couple fall in love with a beautiful bouquet in the background. We also have the palace backdrop being bathed in red and gold. So there's fantastic set design in these sequences. As this story progresses, we see this spiritual yogi colleague send coloured light up to connect with the galaxy, and the resident guru at the ashram breaks into dialogue, discussing about how one does not know their identity on the outside. However, he states that Shiva is a powerful warrior on the inside. So with Shiva's firepower, his visions, his fate and his boon lie with his ability to harness and utilise his Agnihotra gifts to defeat the dark forces of the world. So there are mysterious references to Shiva's firepower being a gift from his secret society bloodline parents, and as the story progresses, Shiva becomes more and more into his own, a true warrior of light. While at the ashram, Shiva learns the art of healing and flying, sword battle and energetic defense. No true love story, it would be incomplete without him falling in love with Ishka. However, the dark forces do attack his love interest, and she does survive with the assistance of his senior gurus with their white magic. So with Shiva's love interest Ishka, more attention could have been given to her character to deepen her position as a more supporting and robust female role model, rather than a wealthy love interest from England. Additionally, some of the dialogue between the protagonist Shiva and his girl Ishka seemed childlike. So to summarise, the story of Brahmastra is about Shiva learning the power of love to transform his greatest fears and darkness into light. And under the stewardship of his resident guru, Shiva becomes a powerful warrior of light. Like every superhero film, there is a battle between the forces of dark and light. So Shiva, during the film, learns to control his darkness with his love, and he's willing to give up his life to save his lover. In the process, he creates balance and harmony and restores peace to the world, and also brings balance, peace, love and light within himself. So the moral of the story is that love will override and defeat darkness, and I do look forward to watching the next installment of Brahmastra as Dev returns and the Dark Lord rises from the ashes. It's also noteworthy to mention that this film has epic sound design, has beautiful colourful backdrops that paint a different story for each scene. Overall, I rate this Brahmastra film, great film, worthwhile seeing. Namaste.